Hello. Before you relax, before you tell yourself this is just another video, I want to be very clear with you. This is not just a video. This is an uncomfortable truth. And it's uncomfortable because it removes the one thing most people hide behind every single day: excuses. You and I, we both wake up with the same thing. 24 hours. No more. No less. Billionaires have it. Athletes have it. World leaders have it. And you have it too. Yet somehow, some people use those same 24 hours to build skills, businesses, confidence, and freedom, while others use them to scroll, complain, delay, and wait for motivation that never comes. That difference should scare you, because it means talent is not the issue. Luck is not the issue. Time is not the issue. Usage is. Time doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't wait until you're ready. It doesn't slow down because you're tired, confused, or afraid. Whether you use your time well or waste it completely, it keeps moving. And that's the most dangerous part. Dreams don't die because you failed. They don't need a dramatic ending. They die quietly. They die when you say tomorrow too many times. They die when you stay busy, but never build anything. They die when days pass and nothing changes. Look around. How many people do you know who once had big plans, big energy, big dreams, and now they just exist? Not because life attacked them, but because time slowly slipped through their fingers. This is why this video is dangerous. Because if you truly listen, you won't be able to lie to yourself anymore. You won't be able to say, "I don't have time." You won't be able to pretend you're stuck. You'll realize the truth. Most of the time, you're not trapped. You're comfortable wasting your potential. And I know something about you. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be here. You don't want to waste your life. You want to do more. Learn more. Build something real. Improve your English. Improve yourself. Use your days better. But wanting is not enough. In this video, I'm not giving you motivation that fades in an hour. I'm going to show you 10 real, tested ways to use your 24 hours the way successful people actually do. Not theory. Not hype. Systems that work if you apply them. So stay. Listen with honesty. Not for entertainment, but for clarity. Because from this moment on, time is no longer the question. Choices. Let me tell you something most people never realize. They don't lose their morning in the morning. They lose it the night before. Think about how most people end their day. Phone in hand. Scrolling reels. Watching random videos. Jumping from one thought to another. Telling themselves, "Tomorrow I'll try to be better." Then they sleep. No direction. No clarity. No plan. And then they wake up. What happens next? Confusion. Mental fog. Low energy. They spend the first 2 or 3 hours just trying to decide what to do. By the time they finally choose, half the day is already gone. And they think the problem is motivation. It's not. The problem is they let tomorrow happen by accident. Top performers do the opposite. They don't treat the evening as entertainment time. They treat it as a preparation zone. Because they understand one simple rule. If you design your night, you win your morning. Here's what I want you to do every single night. It takes 5 minutes. Not an hour. Not a complicated system. 5 minutes. Before you sleep, write down 3 priorities for tomorrow. Not 10. Not everything you want to do. Just 3 things that actually matter. 3 actions that, if completed, would make tomorrow a good day. Write them down. On paper. Not in your head. Keep that list beside your bed. This is not just planning. This is programming your mind. Let me show you why this works with a simple comparison. Person A ends the night watching 40 reels. Their brain is full of noise. They fall asleep overstimulated. The next morning, they wake up tired, distracted, and unsure. They ask themselves, "What should I do today?" and waste hours figuring it out. Person B ends the night differently. They write, finish English lesson, record 1 video, call client at 3 p.m. Then they sleep. When they wake up, there is no decision to make. They already know what matters. They just execute. Same bed. Same sleep. Same 24 hours. Completely different result. And here's the part most people don't know. Your brain works on what you write while you sleep. When you go to bed with clarity, your mind organizes information overnight. You wake up calmer, sharper, and more focused. That's why planning at night feels powerful. It removes overthinking in the morning. Your brain says, "We already have a plan." This is a small habit, but it creates massive momentum. You don't wake up asking, "What should I do?" You wake up asking, "Which one do I start with?" That shift alone changes everything. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be intentional. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a direction. So tonight, don't scroll until your eyes hurt. Don't fall asleep hoping tomorrow will magically be different. Take 5 minutes. Write 3 priorities. Close the notebook. Sleep. And when you wake up, notice the difference. Notice the clarity. Notice the calm. Notice how much faster you move. This is how discipline begins. Not with force. With preparation. Your future doesn't start in the morning. It starts the night before. Let me say this clearly. If you don't control the first hour of your day, the rest of the day will control you. Most people wake up and immediately give their mind to the world. Before they even leave the bed, they grab their phone. Messages, notifications, news, reels, someone else's life, someone else's problems, someone else's opinions. They haven't even spoken to themselves, but they've already let the entire world speak first. And then they wonder why they feel tired, why they feel unfocused, why they feel unmotivated. That's not laziness. That's mental overload. The first hour of your day is not just time. It's identity. It decides who you are for the rest of the day. Reactive or intentional. Calm or scattered. In control or chasing. This is why I call it the identity hour. And no, I'm not asking you to wake up at 4 a.m., take ice baths, read 3 books, and meditate on a mountain. Forget that nonsense. You don't need extreme. You need intention. 1 strong hour. Here's the truth. The phone in the morning is the fastest way to destroy focus. Your brain is most sensitive right after waking up. Whatever you feed it first becomes the tone for the entire day. If you feed it chaos, you get chaos. If you feed it calm, you get clarity. So here's a simple structure. 3 parts. Nothing complicated, but powerful if you do it consistently. First, stillness. 10 to 15 minutes. No phone. No noise. Just sit. Breathe. Close your eyes if you want. Let your mind wake up slowly. You don't need to meditate perfectly. You just need to stop reacting. This moment teaches your brain something important. I don't have to rush. I'm in control. Stillness is where clarity is born. Second, movement. 10 to 20 minutes. Move your body. Stretch. Walk. Do jumping jacks. Dance. Anything that increases your heart rate and oxygen. Movement wakes up your nervous system. It tells your brain, we're alive. We're ready. It breaks laziness instantly. You don't need motivation to move. You move and motivation follows. A still body creates a stuck mind. A moving body creates momentum. Third, clarity. 20 to 30 minutes. Take a notebook. Write 1 thing you're grateful for. 1 thing that matters today. 1 sentence you want to remember. Or read a few pages. Learn 5 English words. Listen to a short lesson. Feed your mind intentionally. This is where direction is set. Because if you don't choose your thoughts early, the world will choose them for you all day. Now let me show you why this works. Look at high performers. Athletes. CEOs. Artists. Different lives, different goals. But one pattern shows up again and again. They don't start their day with noise. They start with routine. LeBron James doesn't wake up and scroll comments. Top CEOs don't check emails before brushing their teeth. They build their mental state first. Because they understand something most people ignore. You don't win the day by reacting faster. You win by starting stronger. When your morning is strong, the rest of the day follows. You make better decisions. You handle stress better. You waste less time. Even when things go wrong, you don't fall apart. But when your morning is weak, the whole day feels like damage control. So tomorrow, don't try to change your entire life. Just change the first hour. No phone. Stillness. Movement. Clarity. That's it. Do this consistently, and you'll stop asking, why am I so unfocused? You'll already know the answer. The day doesn't control you anymore. You control the day. Here's the truth most people don't want to face. Being busy is not the same as being productive. I used to feel exhausted at the end of the day, and still wonder why nothing in my life was moving forward. My schedule was full. My mind was tired. But my future stayed the same. That's when I realized something painful. I wasn't working on what mattered. I was just staying busy to feel useful. 20 small tasks will never beat one important one. Every single day, there is one task that has the power to move your life forward. Just one. That's your high-impact task. And if you finish it, you win the day, even if nothing else goes perfectly. If you're learning English, that task might be speaking out loud for 30 minutes without stopping. If you're building a YouTube channel, it might be finishing one script or recording one video. If you're working on your health, it might be a focused workout or preparing clean meals. Not 10 things. Not a little of everything. One task that actually matters. Here's the rule I live by now. Before the day starts, I ask myself, if I only finish one thing today, which one would make my future better? Then I commit to finishing that one thing, no matter what. When you complete your high-impact task, something powerful happens. Your mind feels clear. You feel proud. You feel in control. Even if the rest of the day is messy, you still feel like a winner. That's how momentum is built. Now let's talk about time, because this is where most people waste their potential. In a 24-hour day, around 8 hours are used for work, school, or responsibilities. Around 8 hours are used for sleep. That leaves 8 hours. 8 powerful hours where your real life is either built or destroyed. Most people waste them. Scrolling. Watching videos they won't remember. Talking about people who don't matter. Waiting for motivation. Those hours disappear quietly, and then they ask, why is my life not changing? The top performers treat those hours differently. They call them growth hours, and they protect them like sacred ground. Growth hours are when you learn, build, practice, and create. They don't wait for free time. They schedule it. They design it. They defend it. If you work a 9-to-5 job, you still have hours in the morning or evening. Enough time to improve your English. Enough time to build a skill. Enough time to work on your dream. But only if you stop giving those hours away. Your growth hours must be designed in advance. Not, I'll see how I feel. That's a trap. Decide the time. Decide the task. Decide the boundary. Turn off notifications. Put your phone away. Tell people you're unavailable. Not forever. Just during your growth hours. This isn't selfish. It's survival. Think about this. If someone asked you for money every day, you'd say no eventually. But when distractions ask for your time, you say yes without thinking. And time is more valuable than money. Once you protect your growth hours, everything changes. Progress becomes visible. Confidence grows. Focus feels natural. This is how successful people think. They don't try to do everything. They do the right thing at the right time with full attention. So stop chasing busy. Choose impact. One task. Protected hours. Real progress. When you do this consistently, you'll look back and realize something shocking. You were never behind. You were just distracted. And now, you're finally focused. Let me be honest with you. Your phone is not the problem. Your lack of discipline is not the problem. Your brain is not broken. The problem is what you're feeding your mind. Most people consume information all day, but almost none of it builds anything. Endless scrolling. Short videos. Random content. 30 minutes later, they feel tired, unfocused, and empty. That's not because you're weak. It's because mindless consumption is brain junk food. Just like your body gets sick from junk food, your mind gets slow from junk information. The solution is not to throw your phone away. The solution is to change how you use it. Replace consumption with intention. Turn scrolling into learning. Instead of watching random videos, choose one thing to learn every day. English listening. A podcast. A short lecture. A skill that moves your life forward. One video. One lesson. That's enough. Turn dead time into growth time. Listen to audio while walking, cooking, or commuting. Write a few sentences about what you learned. Speaking, listening, writing. This is how your brain grows naturally. This is exactly how high-level thinkers operate. When Elon Musk was asked how he learned so many complex subjects, his answer was simple. He read. He listened. He learned constantly. Not because he was born special, but because he treated learning like fuel. Your mind works the same way. If you feed it chaos, it produces confusion. If you feed it clarity, it produces direction. Now let's talk about your body, because this is where many people lose focus without realizing it. Your body is not separate from your mind. Your body is the engine that powers your focus. If your body is tired, your thinking is slow. If your body is still all day, your mind feels stuck. If your body never moves, your confidence drops. This is not motivation talk. This is biology. Movement resets your brain. It increases oxygen. It releases chemicals that improve mood, focus, and clarity. That's why after a walk, ideas feel easier. That's why after movement, stress fades. You don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. You don't need 2 hours. You need movement. Walk for 15 minutes. Stretch between tasks. Do jumping jacks. Dance in your room. Move your arms. Breathe deeply. Anything that reminds your body you're alive. Whenever you feel stuck, don't reach for your phone. Reach for movement. Most people scroll when they're tired. The smart ones move. And here's the beautiful part. Once your body moves, your mind follows. Focus returns. Confidence rises. Energy comes back. You don't need to change your entire life today. Just upgrade your input and move your body. Better information. Intentional learning. Simple movement. That's enough to restart your system. You're not behind. You're not incapable. You were just feeding your mind the wrong things and keeping your body still. Now you know better. And now you can do better. Let me end this with something most people never learn until it's too late. Every yes has a price. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't matter, you're quietly saying no to your future. No to your focus. No to your growth. No to the person you could become. You don't lose time all at once. You give it away, one yes at a time. Saying no is not rude. It's not selfish. It's responsible. If you don't protect your time, no one else will. You don't need long explanations. You don't need guilt. You simply say, I'm not available right now. I have other priorities. And those priorities matter. Now let's talk about pausing, because the world has convinced you that rest means weakness. It doesn't. Pause is not quitting. Pause is recovery. Even the strongest athletes rest between sets. Even the sharpest minds step back to think clearly. If you never pause, your mind becomes noisy, reactive, and exhausted. Build pause moments into your day. A few minutes in the morning. A short walk at midday. Silence before sleep. These moments reset your nervous system. They give your brain space to breathe. Pause doesn't slow you down. It makes you dangerous again. And now sleep. Sleep is not escape. Sleep is preparation. If you ruin your night, you lose your next day before it even begins. Scrolling until midnight. Noise. Light. Chaos. Then you wake up tired and blame yourself. Protect your sleep like a warrior preparing for battle. Power down before bed. Create silence. Write tomorrow's priorities. Let your brain rest deeply. When you sleep with intention, you wake up with strength. And here's the final truth. Success is not hidden in a secret trick. It's hidden inside one good day. One day where you wake up with clarity. Move your body. Learn something meaningful. Focus on one important task. Protect your time. Sleep with peace. That one day, repeated again and again, becomes your life. You don't need a new life. You need to repeat the right day. You are not missing anything. You are not behind. You are not broken. You just haven't respected your 24 hours. From this moment forward, time is no longer just time. It's your weapon. Every second you use with intention is a vote for your future. Every second you waste is a vote against it. So close this video. Don't scroll. Don't wait. Don't save it for later. Act. Because the life you want is built one day at a time. And that day starts now.